Good evening, and welcome back to Timberborn. We are just coming out of another drought. Cycle 49 is starting, and there have been some changes. There have been lots of changes, and some of them are not as legitimate as others. Let me show you what I mean. I figured out why this isn't working. And the reason it isn't working is when we've dug down to allow the water to flow better, what I hadn't realised is that over here, in this area here, this area here, up here, there were water sources in this area. And I hadn't realised that. I did not know that there were water sources in this area here. It makes sense because this used to fill quite quickly, which is way faster than the rivers could flow. But I didn't notice them. And of course, by opening up this, instead of the water coming down and flowing out this way, it's coming up and flowing in this way, and then just pouring over the sides here. And the flow wasn't correct. When it was higher, it meant that the water had from this pool had to go over a lip here to get in to the river, but also out here. I've also made these a little bit smaller. I need to look on the videos and make these back bigger again. I was testing many things to try different stuff. So yeah, there have been some less than legitimate changes to the game, and I apologise about that. But I need to check how big this was previously, because I need to make this the same size as it was. But right, it's 10 at the moment, and this one's 10 as well. What I tried was blocking these off and changing the water to be this corner here. That didn't work, and I was trying other bits and pieces. I tried blocking this off. I tried changing the speed of the water down here. I tried changing all sorts of things, and basically couldn't get these running at all. Until I removed the water sources down here, which you can't do normally. You do have to do via the development console. So there we go. But I'm being transparent. That is what I've done. I removed them. So now the only water sources are here. I think there's one up here. There's one here. There's a couple in there. There's one up here, or two up here, or three up here, something like that. And there's one more over here. And they all flow in. There's a couple here as well, and there's a few. And anywhere there's the end of a river, there is a water source. But now the water all flows down to this point here and flows out, which means our water wheels will work. So that's awesome, and we have the power, and everything is awesome. It is cheesy. It is. I know. There's no way to remove water sources legitimately in the game. You just can't do it. So yeah. That's what I've done. I've removed them, and now we can continue playing. Everything's awesome. There are some drawbacks to it. First and foremost, the rivers now drop down because we have changed things in here. Oh, this was so much fun trying to change the stuff in here. These are now dams here, so they're only about a quarter full. I should really remove these again and put them back to what they were, so they're higher. So the rivers hold 2 lots of water. I may do that. But it's bad. It's really bad. It cuts the power off from somewhere. So I have to do one, rebuild it, then another one, rebuild it, another one, rebuild it, and then that one's not so bad. And then it's just because our power line is directly above it, so it cuts the power off from things, and it's just oh dear. I think I will do that. But yeah, we'll get the power reflowing. And then, again, that was all testing and experimenting with things and changing stuff. That I all did properly with digging and building things, and then I was like, this is getting annoying, let me figure some stuff out. But we now have all these dry areas, which isn't great, isn't fantastic. So our potatoes have been hit. I have fixed these already with some water dumps. But I said I do want to get into some land management, so we can square this off here, and then possibly like do something here with the aquatic farms if we want to. I don't know. I don't kind of know how we're doing this and how we're going. Our golems are just, something's wrong. We're going down in golems, and I'm not sure why. This doesn't have any metal blocks. There's no beavers here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're getting to the point where I've spread out, and we're now thin on beavers, and I have turned all these back on. So we should be good. We should be getting some beavers coming in again. We're up to 302 beavers again. But we've still got loads of spaces with no beavers in. So, yeah. And some places I've had to switch back to be just beaver use because we're not getting the beavers in, so the golems in. So we're kind of in a bit of a catch-22. Oh, this has died off as well. I should really put a water dump right here. Keep this wet. I need to raise the water. That's what I need to do. These rivers need to become too high again. So I think I'll do that. I think that's the first thing we're going to do. I think I will raise up this here again. Slowly but surely. And get that back. That's going to be a real pain to do, but nah, nothing's working right now anyway. So let's just do it. Let's just do the whole thing. Let's just do the whole thing in one go. Why not? Why not? Nothing's working right now. Nothing's running right now. So let's just do it. Let's just do the whole thing, and we'll regret doing it. I'm sure we'll regret doing it, but yeah. So move that, that. When you build underneath, when you destroy underneath, it does destroy the things directly on top. That one, I've just thought there was a much better way to do it. Oh dear, dear. I could have put this back the way it was, and just had the water fill up in here and then pour over. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh well, we're doing it now. We're doing it now. Let's just do this. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to put in levees at the bottom. That one out of reach. Why is that one out of reach? Oh, is it the stairs went? Oh no, I know why it's out of reach. I know why it's out of reach. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, we'll put dams in. And that should make it back into reach again, yeah, because they obviously can't go down to do it, they have to build it from the top up. Okay, and then we want to put in platforms above. We want to come up one level. Platform. That one doesn't need platform, this one does. Come up another level, and then we want to put the power in, which is going to be a corner, a straight piece, and a connection, and then we just put the road in there. Oh, and the road. The road's the road. The roads need to go in places, so road. That doesn't actually need a bit on top. Okay. You not need a road. You need a road, and you need a road. There. Okay. So there we go. Right, that should all be back in place now, and our beavers can build that and do the thing they're doing. And that'll take a little while to go, but that'll be fine. Okay. So now we're kind of back in business. Now let's see what we got here. We've got some Cogheads doing this. There's no power here right now, so that's a bit difficult. These want to be high priority. I'm not sure why these are not the high priority, or why I made the workplaces the high priority. We want these ones to be priority. So there we go. Okay, so that'll be better. We also need a medicine hut here. Do we not have a medicine hut here? Because this is dangerous work. So really we want golems doing it, but we don't have the facility for golems. We do have a medical hut here. Okay, cool. Right. So that'll get going again. We get our power going, we get everything working there, that'll be fine. We'll try and get some more metal coming in, which means we'll then get more golems being built, and hopefully we can start picking up on golems. And that should be cool. What's next? What do we want to do next? I don't know. I don't really know. I kind of need to get the golems going. We need to get going on golems, because we don't have the facility to do any more. We don't have the facility to build any more or do anything, because we don't have to go the beavers. And I can increase the beaver population, but that would involve putting down even more breeding pods, which causes huge strain on our system, literally strain on our system playing the game. At least with golems, you can kind of half the amount of golems compared to beavers because they work through the night, so not so bad. But I don't know. How many we got here? So we currently, our current happiness is so we've got the 20% bonus. So we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 30. 30 at, so that's 300, and then with 20% on top of that, 30 at 12. 30 times 12 is, we should have 360 beavers. We currently have 330, so we're getting there. We're close to our limits, but not quite just yet. Not connected to a building? No. Oops. Built that one, roll. Aha. There we go. I'm gonna put a road there. Why can't I put a road in there? Hello? Hello? There we go. Okay, got one in there now. Awesome. Okay, so when it gets built, that'll be reconnected. Cool. Okay. So I think we're... Oh no. Who do you belong to? You belong to the breeding pods. You don't have any... Oh dear. Coghead runs out of power. This is connected. This is no longer connected to the power grid. We need to kind of prioritise these two. So let's do that. Let's prioritise these two. You did this before. You did it before. It was fine. It was fine before. There we go. Then we'll power this up and everything will be good again. Okay. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave this running. We're going to come back when we have hopefully some more beavers and some more golems and more bits and pieces. I don't really know. But I need to just kind of leave it running again. But the problem is that every time I leave it running, it seems like we get more beavers in, and then not many, and then it's it's doing the waves. But at least now the power is fixed. As you can see here, the power is fixed and running and doing its thing. It means we will have power when we connect everything back up again. Okay. And then the thing about what we're going to do next. We'll do some planks, reinforced planks. I don't know. I don't kind of know the direction I'm going. I don't know what we're doing anymore. I don't get it. I know this is supposed to be like one district per, like this is the farming district. That's how we're doing it. And in all honesty, I don't feel it works. Because of the amount of beavers you need for transportation, it just falls down. It doesn't work. It doesn't feel like this sort of way it works. I mean, it's playable. You can do it. We are doing it. But it's not. Every time I add a district to it, I need to add. It's not just like the medical district here, which is the smallest one we've got. I've even paused the. In fact, there's no beavers here right now. But to have this running properly with all the stuff that's coming into it, doesn't just require this one here. It also requires at least a beaver per connection here, for instance, because we obviously need to deliver it in, which means you add more beavers to this here. So every district you add isn't just the district itself, it's also plus at the very least one beaver per previous district to deliver things in. I know some aren't delivering, but that's just an average that seems to make sense. So by adding district 15 in, this is however many beavers are in this district, which is currently only 3, should be 4, should be more than that, should be loads. There should be 14 beavers here. So 14, 15 beavers, plus 15 beavers for the previous district. So that's 30 beavers adding onto that one there. And then when you get to them sort of numbers, you're then having to increase some things for food, which means that the number, it exponentially increases. Which means you get to a point where it's just not viable doing this. It's not viable. You kind of need to... I know the districts weren't designed this way. They weren't designed this way. I'm having a bit of a rant here, sorry. They weren't designed to do what we're doing here, which is fine. We're doing it for fun, to find out if it works. but I am kind of at the conclusion that it doesn't work. So, yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go from here. I don't know where I'm going to progress from here. I don't know what to do from here. That's the thing that gets me. I mean, we could build more and just add to it, but we're going to get to a point where we're just stuck. Where we're just like the last couple of episodes have just been me waiting for beavers and fixing little bits and pieces, and it's yeah. I mean, the power system, yeah, I messed up with that. That's fine. But so what's next? So if I add reinforced planks, that requires all the food and stuff to be transported over, which requires more infrastructure previously, which then requires 30 beavers to be added to the system, which is like 3 of these tanks to be added, which then requires more support from other places, and it just every time you add it, you're having to jump up exponentially in beavers. It's not viable. It's not viable to go. So I don't know where to go from here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it out to you. I feel as if we have come to the end of this. I feel like this is about it. This is about as far as you can get with it, and it's not viable. We could carry on and plod through, but it's nothing new is going to happen, if that makes any sense. We know the limitations of it now. Yeah, it's not going to work that way. Having multiple districts is a good thing, because obviously you can have districts do certain things, but essentially each district kind of becomes its own settlement. Like, you have each and everything in each settlement, and maybe they might trade a little bit between themselves, but like one might specialize in something over the other, or what happens is you have a single settlement with everything in it, and then satellite ones on the side, which just do like, okay, so I've got a little one over here which is just grabbing trees, or we've got one that's just grabbing iron, which is the main thing, yeah, grabbing scrap metal, and exporting it, and we import food for it, and they become little satellite places around there. I think that's probably more how the districts were designed. It's just to extend your boundaries. So yeah, it makes sense. Rather than having a single district, so your beavers have to walk all the way from here all the way back to get food and come back in. They'll be dead by the time I do that, so don't do that. Yeah, having multiple districts just can speed up transport, but having so many districts doesn't. It doesn't. After you get to about 10, it just seems to fall apart really badly. Unless you choose to not send everything to somewhere. You could say, hey, this is your only getting carrots. You're not getting anything more. But I kind of wanted to feed everything to everyone, and that's just not viable to do. It's just not going to work. Oh, we have flooding happening here. This is the thing that I don't get as well. This is some places start flooding, and it's weird. Especially when you consider this isn't built yet, so you've got a complete empty space to go. See here, we're flooding here as well. But there's nothing restricting the flow down here. There's nothing here restricting the flow anymore. There's only these wheels. So I feel like this map was balanced really well with the water flow, and then adding power wheels into it just breaks everything. So yeah, we're probably going to start flooding all over again. Yeah, it's all flooding here now. And then, of course, when it floods our distribution centres, which breaks everything. And yeah, I feel like this is the end. I feel like this is the end. But let me know. Let me know whether you want to see more with this, or whether you want to see something different. I feel done with this. I feel done. I feel like we have tried it. We have seen it. It doesn't work. I came. I saw. I don't believe my eyes. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.